गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। मैं आप सभी गुरुजनों का हमारे रॉयल ग्लोबल स्कूल के परिसर में हार्दिक अभिनंदन और स्वागत करता हूँ। रवि, son, you have rightly done the right thing by bringing the all educationists from across the country to see the beautiful sun first rising in our country in the northeast. Thank you very much. Founder and trustee of Maria Public School, Miss Nelly. Founder and principal of South Point School, Mr. Chanda. CEO of ScooNews, Mr. Ravi Satnani. Chairman, Sunbeam Group, Mr. Modak, Principal Royal Global School. All the respected teachers, principals, my dear students. I don't know, I was told by my principal that I should speak few words and I should also express some of the concern on the topic on which we are going to deliberate for the next 2 days. The earlier two speakers, when they spoke about, I want to say good thing and welcoming you all, I was wondering that whether people will like my expressing the concern on issues. I'm not sure whether I'm supposed to, when very many learned speakers are there to discuss and address you, and with their vast wisdom and knowledge they are sharing their views. But yet, since I am told by Ravi and Madam Anuva Goyal, I'll just take a few minutes to express some of my concern on education as such and also about the NEP 2020. Before that, I'd like to quote our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji when he was addressing the teachers on the first Teachers Day, 5th of September 2014, that was his first tenure, first year. Quote, अध्यापन पैसा नहीं बल्कि जीवन धर्म है। अध्यापक पैसा नहीं बल्कि जीवन धर्म है और उम्मीद है कि अध्यापकों के प्रयास भारत के भविष्य का निर्माण करने को बढ़ावा देंगे और मैं आशा रखता हूं आप सभी के प्रयासों से एक उज्जवल भारत का निर्माण होगा। Before that, I like to mention one thing. I heard a lot about all these good schools, of course, but much about the modern school, Barakhamba. And by chance, it happened that I was sitting just beside the former principal of Barakhamba Modern School. Men told me that students of modern schools are called modernite. Students of Royal Global School or Royal Global University are called royalite. So ma'am, I'm telling you something for which you will be very happy, that modernite has produced the children who are now royalite. I know one of the parents, Nupur Goyal, and you will be more happy to know that Nupur Goyal, a modernite, has a son and a daughter studying in Royal Global School, and they are one of the finest and the brightest children in the school. So now coming to the business. I was wondering whether the present system of education is fulfilling the aspirations of the people and the parents and larger society as such. Of course, much of the issues and concerns are addressed in the NEP 2020, which will, of course, will depend as to how much we are able to execute the real theme and the basic policy things, and it will take a long way to go. Of course, some of the issues which I would like to share, I was always wondering as to why because people, as if the education system is producing the money-making machine. But I find many people who have not gone to school at all, they earn a lot, and they earn better than those who have gone to the school. Enables us to think for underprivileged people of the society, how they can respect more to the people, especially to the elderly people, how we can contribute to the society, how our individual efforts can contribute in nation building. We become researcher, and at last we become good human being. So I think These are the parameter on which the success of a school should be gauged rather than on the basis of how much marks a student score in board examinations. We always talk about so-and-so boy or girl scored 99.so-and-so%. But we never talk about a child who is really great or excellent in hands-on experience, who is a boy with a lot of values. So I mean to say all three should be blended, and equal importance and weightage should be given to academics, co-curricular, especially the value system and the hands-on experience, because they are ultimately going to succeed in life. They are only, even after being success in life, will not become Raja, Raju or Kalmadi kind of personalities. It's not important that you become success. Also important that after having success in your area of work, whether you are in job or you are an entrepreneur, you never do that kind of mistake. So for that I like to quote that, मत शिक्षा दो इन बच्चों को चांद सितारे छूने की, चांद सितारे छूने वाले छू मंतर हो जाएंगे, अगर दे सको शिक्षा तो तुम इन्हें चरण छू लेने की, जो मिट्टी से जुड़े रहेंगे रिश्ते वही निभाएंगे। When we talk about the quality of teachers, I have just read a sloka from our Vedas. But at the same time, I think there was a time when people used to come the teaching profession and they had the passion of teaching. But at times I find that the teaching profession has become like any other product, just buying and selling. You pay fees, you buy education kind of thing. But the people who comes into this profession, I wish they come for passion, not for passe, and they really think to imbibe and really educate the children. And there are many, and in fact most of them are very good. And in this respect, I'd just like to give an example of a very great man, which talks about very high expectations from a teacher. I have heard teachers saying that mere paas time nahi hai. This I am quoting from one of the books of Abdul Kalam ji. We all know about C.V. Raman. C.V. Raman was one of the first recipient of Bharat Ratna award. When in 1954 he was invited from Rashtrapati Bhavan for his Bharat Ratna award, he was busy with one of his students who was on the final stage of completing his research work. So the problem was to go and attend the glittering function, and the other was to help the student who is going to complete his thesis. That was the beauty of that teacher, C.V. Raman, that he wrote a polite letter to the President House stating that since I am on this job and my student needs me the most at this time, and so I may kindly be excused. So why I am telling this, that for the teacher, the student's education should be the top priority. Another issue is about the language. When I talk about the language, many might be thinking that Mr. Pansari is going to speak about the language, about the focus on English speaking in the classroom or in the corridor or wherever, because this is what the parents expect from any school. The school is best because the students of that school communicate only in English. The school doesn't allow to speak in regional language. So that has become the parameter for the parents, for the society. So in this respect, I have an issue, and which is a kind of double-edged sword kind of problem. Yes, to produce the global citizen, command on English language is very important. And to be competitive, to remain competitive also, it is important that everybody will expect that their children speak good English. But don't we think that While of course the NEP 2020 again takes care of that at the level up to class 5, the emphasis on regional language and all that which we are going to speak and deliberate on how much we are going to succeed about that. No syllabus, no books available, no teachers are available in regional languages. Those are the challenges ahead we are going to face. But then, in my opinion, even before NEP 2022, why at the cost of learning a language which makes us globally competitive, at the cost of forgetting own language? हमारा देश, हमारी एक राष्ट्रभाषा है, हमारी एक राजभाषा है हिंदी. हमारे बच्चे इंग्लिश तो सीख लेते हैं पर हमारी राजभाषा को भूल जाते हैं. ऐसा कहा गया है जो चीज़ घटती है वह मिटती है. अगर हमारी भाषा के बोलने के लोग घटेंगे तो ये भाषा मिटेगी और एक दिन पूरी तरह से मिट जाएगी. तो मेरा ऐसा मानना है कि while we continue to focus on the language English, we also try to see that our children do not forget to know and be masters in their Rashtrabhasha, Rajbhasha and their own regional language, the Matribhasha, be it Assamese or whatever language. While I speak about the regional language in Hindi and or English, I will also like to see that our Deva Bhasha, Sanskrit Bhasha, which is the mother of all languages, we think that this language is basically the language of the Purohit who comes to our house to do some puja. But this is our language. In NEP 2020 also speaks that हमारी संस्कृति, हमारे संस्कार और सांसारिक ज्ञान is very important to be imparted to the students. So मैं आप सबों से निवेदन करूंगा कि हमारे स्कूलों में बच्चों को संस्कृत पढ़ाई जाए. In my school of course I started Sanskrit Pathshala where we like that the students take Sanskrit language as such as an optional subject. But without that, the Sanskrit mantras and slokas with their meaning is taught to the students. ऐसा कहा गया है भारतस्य प्रतिष्ठे द्वय. भारत की सचमुच भारत की प्रतिष्ठा सिर्फ दो ही चीजों में है, संस्कृत भाषा और भारतीय संस्कृति. While I am on language, I would also like to tell you one thing, that whenever I sit for the interview of the teachers, I find that the reply to the question that do you read books, the answer is I don't get time. This is a matter of great concern. अगर हमारे टीचर नहीं पढ़ेंगे तो हमारे बच्चे नहीं पढ़ेंगे. So मेरा आपसे ये निवेदन रहेगा कि हम पढ़ने की हैबिट को बड़ा प्रोत्साहन दें ताकि हम टीचर पढ़ें. पढ़ने से ही हमारा ज्ञान बढ़ेगा, नहीं तो हम वहीं पढ़े रहेंगे और हम पढ़ेंगे तो हमारे बच्चों में इसकी आदत पड़ेगी. बोलने के लिए, शेयर करने के लिए बहुत सी चीज़ें हैं, but I think there are learned people who will threadbare discuss on the various aspects of NEP 2020. But finally, before I end, there are 2-3 issues I will just like to touch upon. I'll again, because I'm a fan of, and we all are very fond of Abdul Kalam ji as a teacher. I'll just read out the para. At St. Joseph's, that was the name of the school, there was also the tradition of Monday morning lecture by Reverend Father Rector Kalathil. So nowadays the principals have caught in a forward-looking modern school so many works, administrative works to do that they hardly go to the school, classroom, I mean to say. This is something which I think is a matter of great concern. The principal to take class, principal to be in touch with the students, principal to add his saying. In that 1 hour, he would talk about good human beings, whether in the present or from the distant past. He shared his thought on what makes a person good. He would tell us about personalities such as Buddha, Confucius, Saint Augustine, Khalifa Omar, Mahatma Gandhi, Albert Einstein, Abraham Lincoln, and many more. He also told stories that made us understand the values of our heritage and taught us moral lessons. Father Katil would show us how the greatest men and women became such. Even though these lessons were given to me in the year 1950s, they inspire me till today. We all talk about value system, but how much practically we are doing to imbibe these values among students? I'm talking in that reference. Another word which I am really, I get offended of when I listen to the teachers or the principal saying, "Ye bacha acha nahi," very bad child. I was seeing a movie. The name of the movie was Hichki. Rani Mukherjee was the character role playing person. She made a statement that there are no bad students. There could be only bad teachers. A teacher can win the confidence, trust of students if he or she tries to hide their wrongs for a while, sometimes. And just look, a child of 2.5 years or 3.5 years is handed over to the school authority. And after having studied here for 10, 12, 13 years, we tell the parent that aapka bacha acha nahi hai. So sad. We can always tell that the potential in your child is not for becoming a doctor, but to become so and so. But to tell them aapka bacha acha nahi hai, these are really serious issues. And the last one, I have not opened the school. Before that, because there are founders of the various schools here, I welcome you all, sir. While I am at the policy level, will see that a day comes when India see that the education is, or so-called liberalized, is not really liberalized. It is half liberalized. All the founder and owner, they are not the owner of the school. In whatever stage of imagination, it's either a trust or a society. They are all saying, Mr. Pansari, you have made a wonderful school, but I am just a member of the trustee. And we all have read the book of Chetan Bhagat when he speaks about what is all happening about. So why not? And then the government is talking about bringing the foreign universities. I'm sure they will not come until the education system is fully liberalized, unless they are allowed to be run by the proprietors, the firms, the companies, the corporate houses. So that is one thing we'll expect from the government. But the other thing which I expect from we ourselves is that either we should not open a school, and once we open, we should not have the idea of making money out of the school. It should be totally philanthropic, charity, and for the good cause of the society. So, friends, I think I've taken enough time. With these few words, I once again welcome you all to this beautiful campus of Royal Global School. I am sure these 2 days discussions are going to be very enlightening, and my team will take care of your hospitality. And I should be pardoned and excused for any lapses on their part. Once again, thank you very much. Moi aku apna lokok mor hardik abhinandan aru shuveksha jonai aku ebar swagatam janaisu. Thank you.